we're taught in the church to love one another, to be Christ-like, and to be forgiving.
You are such a prude.
Okay, I know.
Okay, what's my past?
Yes, I know about
what's
your
my
past.
past? Give it to me.
If you're asking to swing with us, it's a no.
Ephesians 4:32. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving each other,
Look me in the eyes, you narcissist. Look at me.
just as God in Christ also has forgiven you.
She needs help, she needs to go to therapy, and she needs to go be a mom.
Ho, ho, ho! Oh my Joseph Smith, everyone. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is back for season 2, and this show is absolute reality TV insanity. I mean, we've got cheating scandals, secret pregnancies, a second secret pregnancy, coup d'etats, and lying about liking your BFF's hair salon business.
You want me to say it?
Oh, absolutely. Say it. What?
Okay, she doesn't think you're good at hair, and she told me not to go to you for hair, and that's why I went to a different salon.
Yeah, this season is unhinged, but it actually is. So for those unaware, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives follows a group called Mom Talk, led by a woman named Taylor Frankie Paul here. It's basically a bunch of Mormon moms who took social media by storm, and then took it by storm even further when a bunch of their Mormon swinger scandals all came out. And for season 2, there are essentially these main storylines. 1, the reintroduction of Miranda, Taylor's former BFF, who was heavily involved in the swinger scandal but denied it publicly. 2, the reintroduction of Whitney here, who was a villain in season 1 and basically removed herself from the group but now wants back in. 3, the reintroduction of Mom Talk member Jen's husband, who had a huge Chippendales blowout with Jen and now their marriage is on the rocks. 4, a cheating scandal involving Taylor's baby daddy Dakota that Taylor is just about to get to the bottom of. And 5, the absolute crumbling of this friends group that, by the end, nearly destroys Mom Talk entirely and actually possibly still could. And I promise you, at the very least, you're gonna leave this video going,
"That's messy. That's messy."
And I mean at least like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or 20 times, okay? So. To start things off, pretty much every episode revolves around some sort of event or party that Mom Talk's doing, be it a Friendsgiving party or a baby shower or whatever. And at this first event, all of Mom Talk is shocked to see Miranda show up. I mean, they're also surprised when Whitney shows up as well, but Miranda is a bigger deal because she denied so much of that swinger scandal, mostly to protect herself and her marriage. Because you see, Miranda was married to a man named Chase, and Chase was involved in the swinging with Taylor. Chase then caught romantic feelings for Taylor, like more than just swinging feelings, like actual I wanna be with you feelings, and well, the whole thing blew up, including their marriage. So now Miranda is here. And this starts the first little kernel of chaos within Mom Talk, because it plants the seed of doubt and suspicion. Because even though Miranda's come around a lot on the things she claimed didn't happen, she's still also saying that she wasn't really a part of that swinging stuff, and a lot of what Taylor's still saying is a lie. Which gets another member of Mom Talk here very interested, and this is Jessie, or Messy Jessie as I called her from like episode 2 onward, as she's now ready to put on her detective cap and investigate what's really going on. But alright, before we go further with that, let's come back to Taylor here, who at this moment is dealing with a different cheating scandal. Because amidst all that swinger scandal, after Taylor left her then husband, she met Dakota here. And Dakota, around when he started dating Taylor, cheated on Taylor with a girl named Jenna, who Taylor is about to meet. And here, Jenna brings all the receipts. Like, Taylor's going, "What did you do on August 4th? What did you do at this hour? He told me you initiated everything because you were so desperate," but Jenna just pops the receipts and things don't match up.
We did a little bit more than just making out. I feel like we just probably did maybe hand stuff. I don't even think I would have done it to him though, because being raised Mormon.
And he's saying, "Thank you for letting me crash at your house," and he came over that night to my house and spent the night and f***ed me.
And now we begin the wild ride, folks.
I said, "Are you dating Taylor?" And he told me, "No, it's just for clout." And she's just helping me build my social media.
You're so strong.
I loved him.
Oh yeah, this is the first of many scenes that had me going, oh god.
I feel like maybe I shouldn't be here.
So Dakota is cooked. He knows it and basically says he lied because he knew if it came out, all this stuff would hurt Taylor. Although at this point, he still maintains that he had only seen Taylor like a couple of times, even though they did make like a hard launch post. I don't know. Either way, they're not married, but they do have a baby together, so that's not messy at all.
That's messy. That's messy.
But wait till you meet Taylor's parents, because they're of the Mormon ilk that believe you have to stick by your person no matter what, even if that person also stuck to this woman and that woman and into that person. And dad red flag number 1 comes out when he invites Dakota to a family barbecue like this.
Are you gonna be here?
Yeah, Jeremy, I'll be there.
You better.
Okay, so how's that for your typical Mormon stereotype, huh? Anyway, this barbecue goes to spooky Mormon hell real quick, as Taylor's family starts to vehemently defend Dakota. Like her own brother says, I don't know, Taylor, it sounds like he's trying to work on this relationship, and you're not. As if she didn't just tell them all that he cheated on her.
He goes, and Taylor, you're pretty much the only girl I'm seeing. You come over the next night, me, and then you go and you hang out with another girl, and then he comes the next night and me.
You're sitting there telling me that he came over and had sex with you? What does that say about you?
Whoa, this is your daughter. The dude was playing her, she's at one of her lowest points ever, and this is your response?
Human trash.
So apart from Taylor's sister here, who says y'all need to separate, the whole family is a piece of work, cause Taylor comes out going,
and when you hear your parents say that, like, why were you expecting to be respected? It, like, hurts.
Finish.
I was at my lowest.
Let me finish.
And after seeing and hearing this, Taylor's folks still come back with,
give an inch so he could walk a mile. Just give 2 inches of sacrifice.
Alright, does this man not know that that saying is a bad thing? Give him an inch and he'll walk a mile? Does he think that means something good? Oh, and this goes from toxic to both toxic and depressing real quick when you realize their baby is right there, and someone has to come and take the baby out of the room while they all scream. So yeah, Taylor's in a pretty messed up place around the same time that Jessie here decides to have a Halloween party, and you know what? She's so curious about what really happened with Miranda and Taylor, so...
Miranda's ex-husband Chase is dating my friend, so not only am I going to invite him, I invited Miranda too.
Oh, messy Jessie. No. But apparently having Miranda's ex-husband there, who said he was in love with Taylor, is not enough for Jessie in this dramaganza to come. Cause another storyline in Mom Talk is the marriage of Jen and Zach Affleck, who maybe kinda or maybe not is Ben Affleck's cousin, or something. Long story short, they had a blow-up fight because last season the girls went to a Chippendales show in Vegas. He was super upset about it, and they're in a very rocky place, but they have children, and he gets a haircut and begs to come back, so, you know, there's a possibility there. And Jessie thinks, you know what, this is the perfect time to come in and decide to surprise Jen with a Chippendales dance from her husband and another husband, the husband of Demi here. Plus, they're also going to fly in a real Chippendales dancer to be a part of it too. So we now have this insane Halloween party where Jen and Zach show up, and by the way, Jessie and her partner are dressed up as J-Lo and Ben Affleck, which seems very pointed at Jen and Zach. And while they're planning this Chippendales thing, we also now have Taylor, Miranda, Dakota, and Chase and his girlfriend there as well. And also, Hakeem! Hakeem from The Bachelor is there, the man who nearly passed out watching the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 1 trailer, and I think I'm in a fever dream. And well, of course, there's a huge blowout with Taylor, Dakota, and Chase, as Taylor's in a wildly sensitive place, but also Dakota latches on to Chase and starts agreeing with him about a whole bunch of stuff, probably because it helps him feel validated, leading to everything tipping over when Taylor openly says, yeah, back then when the scandal was about to happen, I told Chase I had a sex dream about him, but that doesn't mean I was romantically into him. And then Chase goes,
what did you tell me at the gym?
What did I tell you at the gym?
Yeah, what did you tell me at the gym?
I said that I also had a sex dream.
We're not doing truth for truth then. There you go. Look at him. You can tell he's lying.
Did you?
Which Taylor calls a lie because what he actually told her was that he had real feelings for her, not just a way rolled back conversation saying he too had a sex dream about her. And Taylor erupts, partly because she's also hurt that Dakota has just sided with Chase.
Talk to him if I want.
you, Dakota. You can talk to whoever you want. Just you.
Yeah, go talk shit on your podcast, Chase.
Don't make fun of my podcast.
All the while, Chase's girlfriend is in tears and Mom Talk Demi comes in to tell him to go grab his girl, so he walks by saying,
Where's your husband?
He's upstairs. Don't touch me again.
And he touches her. He pokes her belly area, which happens to be a big puffed out cereal costume. But Demi takes great exception to that and yells for her husband, one of the guys doing the Chippendales dance for Jen. So Brett dashes out to puff up his shirtless chest on Chase, while Hakeem, for some reason, is getting in between all this, and Jesse's husband comes in yelling,
Take ownership! You bullshit! Take ownership right now!
And then the cops come, where the only way Jesse can try to describe what's happening is by saying,
Have you watched Secret Life of Mormon? No.
Because if you have, this'll make the explanation so much easier. Anyway, once the fuzz leave, Jesse has Jen sit down for her and surprises her with that Chippendales dance, which Zach is fuming over. Not entirely because of the dance itself, as he's trying to show growth for Jen and their marriage, but because this all feels like a joke at their expense. All the while, Jesse says that this could be closure for their whole issue, which is kind of wild to think that you can just come in and do that for someone else's marriage without telling them. Except, no, she kinda did tell them. Well, she didn't tell Zach, but she did tell Jen, who was like,
Brett is gonna come in like normal costume, rip it off into like a Chippendales.
I love that.
However, Jen is now backtracking on all this because Zach is now really upset. And in an attempt to try and be cool with all the mom talk friends and dads, he sits down with them, but it's here that they discover that Jen wasn't entirely truthful when she told them that Zach first gambled away the money he got from med school, or that he's even Ben Affleck's cousin, which he says he's not sure if he is or if he isn't, and so he's asked Jen not to tell people that. Oh, and the cherry on top of all of this is that right at this moment,
Yep, I'm pregnant.
leaving me in a whirlwind with half my brain watching this show like,
What the hell is going on here?
and the other rotted half of my brain going,
I love it! Come on!
So now everyone is side-eyeing Jen because they're feeling like there are a lot of half-truths floating around her. Meanwhile, Jesse's sort of given up on her quest to get to the bottom of the Miranda and Taylor situation as those two squash their beef, but Taylor does list off all the things Miranda did.
Sex in the shower with our husbands all together. Sex in the same bed at the same time. Blindfold each other. And you would have to guess which husband you were kissing.
And Miranda's like, hey, if that makes me a swinger, then put me on a playground. But now the group really begins to erode, and it's kind of comical how much these ladies are like swingers, but more like frenemy swingers, in that they interchange who their best friend is and who they hate amongst the group like every episode. For example, Macy here throws a party to celebrate that she got a book deal, where, by the way, Demi over here, not happy for her. Not happy at all. Not happy for her friend, clearly pissed and jealous. But here, in true mom talk messy fashion, she asks everyone to bear all in an anonymous confession like she's gonna bear all in her book and blah 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 blah. However, things get real awkward when someone comes out with this.
I think Jen is fake.
Now this was written by Layla here, but Jen doesn't blame Layla. She thinks Layla's just trying to fit in with Jesse and Demi, who are the real mean girls behind the anti-Jen sentiment. So Jen and Jesse sit down to go over all their beef, and it's one of those sit downs where each person thinks the other is about to eat crow and have to apologize. So when they discover that the other person thinks it's them who's in the wrong, we get another blowout.
You literally gaslight everyone saying that I had consent over everything that happened, which is not true. Jordan and this random male stripper to be grinding up on me and touching me.
Performer, there's a difference.
Finally someone standing up for the rights of Chippendale dancers. Oh, and all the while this poor server is there just trying to do her job while these two start a screaming match, and it's, well, a thing of reality TV, I was gonna say beauty, but this is far from beautiful.
So therapy. I gave consent. Jen thought it was funny. Your husband to rub his little dick on me?
He didn't rub his dick on you. He had pants on.
Okay, she corrected her on the pants thing, but I just want to note, no denial on the little dick part. So basically, everyone hates someone in this group. Like Whitney and Michaela also have a sit down as Whitney wants to squash their beef, but Michaela absolutely hates Whitney, and it won't surprise you to know that these two were also at one point BFFs. So Michaela comes up with a safe word to tell Macy over the phone in case she needs a quick exit from the sit down. Problem is, she muted her phone, so Macy can't hear a thing.
At this point, it's kind of like a sisterhood that we've created. It just puts a tricky dynamic on like our sisterhood moving forward with like mom talk and that sisterhood there.
And we then get out to our next event, which is a post-baby shower for Whitney. Now, Demi and a few of the other crew decide to have a hibachi dinner night instead of going to support Whitney because...
I mean, support what? The baby's here.
So things are even more divided, which leaves room for Jen to come in and talk about some tea about Demi. Tea that involves a girls' trip they did in a crossover episode with Vanderpump Villa, where there she says a server named Marciano, who's a cast member from that show, was getting all up in Demi's business. Plus, Macy brings up that she got an anonymous tip for this Sinner Sunday anonymous confession thing that she does online, and someone said that during that time while Demi was away, they had slept with Demi's husband, Brett. All the while, I'm just engorged on all this tea like a little goblin going... Oh, and there's also another girls' trip planned, cause Macy's co-hosting a celebrity pickleball thing because of course she is. And it's here where Jessie brings out another truth box because that always seems to be a good idea.
We all agreed that it was a shit show last time, but they shouldn't be surprised that I'm doing this because I love instigating drama.
Messy Jessie at it again. But really she says she did this cause she was hoping Jen would be there, who's not there now cause she's pregnant. So instead, we get questions like...
Jessie, is Jordan's dick really tiny like Jen said?
And you just know she pulls out a doctored photo to prove them all wrong and save her man's ego on TV.
Jessie, that's not blurred out. You can see the damn tip.
However, this is also where the first mention of Demi's husband's cheating comes in, which does get swept aside by Demi for now. But essentially, the other big part of this girls' trip is Whitney trying to get a vote to come back into Mom Talk. A vote that tanks because Michaela flat out hates her and says that everyone in the room could point out a time where Whitney hasn't taken accountability, leading Whitney to go...
I think everyone can go down the table and tell you one.
Case, let's f***ing do it. Go ahead, Macy.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
So Whitney now goes, you know what, I'm just going to stir everything up by bringing back a bit of mom talk drama from the contract negotiations for season 2, and maybe that will divert attention away from me. And this drama involves Demi, where after season 1 she was feeling like a fan favorite and was very open to taking a big pay raise at the expense of cutting Jessie from the show. Jessie, by the way, is her best friend. But this is also a sore spot for Taylor.
I've also been told that you think you deserve the biggest brand deals, and I'm curious to why you think you deserve that.
I never said that one time. I heard that too. I heard that too.
I actually heard that too.
Oh, Whitnifer, you absolute demon stirring that pot. So this is step 1 of the mega feud ahead with Demi and Taylor. The next step is when Taylor gets invited to the CMAs. None of them respond to her public post, which is like mom talk sacrilege. However, instead of going to her friends and saying, that hurt me, what's up, Taylor naturally makes a public post about it, and a bunch of her followers hop on to the other ladies' accounts with messages calling them bad friends and worse. Taylor then apparently sent them a private apology, which is kind of weird considering her issue was with them doing things privately and not publicly, but Demi goes on the warpath, sending a wall of text condemning Taylor. And this is going to be the through line for the last couple of episodes. Demi basically wanting Taylor out of mom talk, and Taylor being pissed because Layla here showed Taylor all of Demi's private group messages, basically bashing Taylor. So Taylor, she goes for the throat, or rather, I should say, the hair, as she reveals that Demi told her she shouldn't go to get her hair done at Jessie's, her best friend's, hair salon.
I literally had my hair done one time by them. I didn't know how they were.
But were you happy with that one time?
I don't remember.
Ooh, damn. That is a stinger. I mean, even as a dude watching this right now, I know that's total BS. But hey, this is Demi, the lady that was jealous of her friend Macy's success, so I'm not completely surprised on this one. Now Demi comes out and says, well, what about all the stuff you said behind Dakota's back? And at this point, Taylor is just fine with Dakota. Like, they have said they're taking some distance from each other, but the whole time they're actually just having sex with each other, and I'm just sitting over here like,
That's messy. That's messy.
But they're still fine, so Taylor's going, yeah, bring him over, which kind of catches Demi off guard, so she goes,
I'm gonna protect your Ever in this situation.
And for Taylor, that crosses the line. Bringing her kid into it is too much. So Taylor decides not to go to this next girls' trip to New Orleans, which means it's the perfect opportunity for Demi to canvass for the removal of Taylor from Mom Talk. However, people are starting to get real uncomfortable with Demi. Like, for example, this whole time Jen has removed herself from the show as she's battling mental health issues amidst all this drama and the pregnancy stuff. And so at this point she sends a video in tears apologizing to the group, saying she knows she's hurt people and she's stepping back a bit for the health of her baby and herself. And in response, Demi just goes,
I have a hard time with someone who's sitting there being like, I've been working on myself, I've been coming so far. Things change though, like in a week and a half, they can. I don't know that I totally buy it.
Okay, just a tad heartless there. So now, pretty much at this point, every time Demi opens her mouth, I'm like,
A little bit manipulative and a little bit cowardly still. Like, I understand you're going through a hard time.
Everything that just came out of your mouth is basic nonsense. Good day.
But unlike Demi, I'm not heartless, or at least not as heartless. So when Layla comes in and goes,
We're gonna play pregnancy roulette.
I was like,
Oh no.
And this is a horrid idea for many reasons. The first of which is pregnancy roulette? Hello? But I honestly wonder if production put her up to this because, first of all, Demi has had fertility issues and has been trying to get pregnant for 4 years, so wildly insensitive. But also, 2 other women here are secretly pregnant. Yeah. On top of the other pregnancy we've heard about this season. Macy has been going through IVF and just found out she's pregnant, but it's early days, so she doesn't want to make an announcement until it's safer to do so. And also Michaela is pregnant, who only told Macy and is just a couple of weeks ahead of her. But when not 1, but 2 positive tests come out, and Demi's like,
Guys! This is actually really sad for her if it's not. Who's gonna save me now?
I mean, this is cruel. Because these tests were all done anonymously, and now she's in tears asking people to tell her who's pregnant so as to not give her false hope. But that also puts Macy and Michaela in awkward positions as it would force them to reveal their pregnancy early and also turn something that was supposed to be an exciting announcement into, well, this mess. So the finale for season 2 eventually culminates in 2 events. Demi's Christmas party where Taylor is not invited, and a Mom Talk vote on if they want to invite Miranda and Whitney into the group permanently. And you don't need a crystal ball to predict that another blow-up is headed our way at this Christmas party, as Leanne, Taylor's mom, arrives to drop off a gift like it's a horse head under your blanket in The Godfather.
Oh my God! Did you give this to her?
Wait, is there a card? What the It's gotta be because of the whole, like,
It is because of the
hair thing. Oh my God.
Leanne also sits down with Demi to go over all the drama and says that Taylor right now is at her lowest, so she needs help from her friends. After all, she's a single mom, which gets Demi going.
I hope you understood, and I've been a single mom as well.
Demi was a single mom for a month.
But I mean, Demi's not interested in anything other than Taylor slander at this point, so I don't know what we're expecting here. Still, that doesn't stop Demi from absolutely reaming out Taylor's mom.
Welcome to the real world, Taylor. This sucked. Sucked for us too. She needs help, she needs to go to therapy, and she needs to go be a mom.
Which is the perfect cue for Santa's arrival. I just hope he's not actually a Chippendales dancer in disguise. But finally we reach the end of this mess, which actually is not the end of this mess at all, it's just the end of the season, where here the group votes to keep Miranda on as a trial member, but then elects Whitney to full-blown member once again. However, with that out of the way, it's time for Taylor to bring up Demi's desire to vote Taylor out. And in the ensuing argument, it quickly becomes clear to Demi that she's the only one who has beef with Taylor. So she gets pretty upset. that.
If I was watching someone treat my friend and talk to, knowing the type of person I am and the type of friend I've been to all of you, I would be fighting to the death, defending each and every single one of you.
I don't even know one thing. I didn't even say one thing, and then she asked me the whole thing, and I didn't even do it once.
Okay, can I say, I'm not sure what Demi was expecting here. I mean, Taylor made Mom Talk. Taylor is also the reason all these women have this big following. It also doesn't take a business degree to understand that losing Taylor would be bad for all of them. Like, if Taylor left, they'd probably lose a lot more following than if Demi left. Still, all this protesting from Demi gets Layla over here questioning things, cause Taylor then brings up all the stuff that Demi's done, like with Jen and that Italy trip, and Demi starts to kind of stumble over her words at this moment.
She lied about what happened in Italy.
What was the lie? I'm curious.
She said to...
Here you are stuttering. Go ahead.
And now, Layla's wondering if something more went on in Italy. So this time, it's Layla, not Jessie, putting on her investigator's cap as she invites Marciano over to get to the bottom of this. And Marciano reveals, oh, he was into Demi, but Demi turned him down. However...
It's not even just to me.
With Jessie?
Allegedly, it was Jesse from the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives making out in public with this guy.
If I was like dumb enough to do that, I wouldn't do it in public.
Yeah, it wasn't Demi he hooked up with, it was messy Jessie. That is, of course, if we're believing everything Marciano says. And we're not just talking about flirting or making out.
It's not just like a one-time hookup thing.
You guys
It's not like this was just some freaking one-night stand.
No, it's a full-blown affair.
Oh, those secret lives of those Mormon wives. The Bachelor people have done something, and it's something big. We have a new Bachelorette on the way, and it's not someone from the latest season, not even someone from a past season or any part of this franchise. Nope.
Taylor, Frankie, Paul, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you.
I think let's just get right into it.
Okay.
You are on Call Her Daddy, so we can officially announce that you are this season's Bachelorette.
You did it. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Oh, this season is going to be chaos. And just for a bit of context, this is Taylor, Frankie, Paul of Mom Talk Secret Lives of Mormon Wives fame. And if you want to know how Hometowns is gonna go, take a look.
You're sitting there telling me that he came over and had sex with you? What does that say about you?
And when you hear your parents say that, like, why were you expecting to be respected? It, like, hurts.
I was at my lowest.
Let me finish.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
So literally yesterday, I posted a video about the latest season of Bachelor in Paradise and how the franchise needs a jolt of life. And with this, boy did they just zap it with 2,000 volts of reality TV chaos, as Taylor Frankie Paul was officially announced this morning as the next Bachelorette on the Call Her Daddy podcast. Link to that in the description if you want to watch the full interview. And if you have no idea who I'm talking about, don't worry, I got you. There's a full recap of the latest season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on my channel to catch you up, featuring none other than the Bachelor Crash-Out King, Hakeem himself, who's tied up in a little conspiracy I have at the end of the video. Now, whatever you know about Taylor, Frankie Paul, and Mom Talk, this is going to be a controversial pick for some, because whether or not you feel this is the right fit or the right fit for her, because let's be honest, Taylor needs some stability in her love life, and this franchise's success rate is not the greatest. Not to mention, this woman has 3 children and 2 baby daddies. But whatever you feel, this is obviously a huge ratings stunt, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. This is going to drive interest into the show not just from viewers, but from applicants. And yes, that will also bring in some clout chasers, nothing new for the franchise, but I'm hoping that a larger interest in joining the show will result in a better selection of potential suitors, and ultimately greater potential for the season overall. Cause a lead can only carry so much. The best seasons from this franchise are also carried by the cast. So, when I heard the announcement, I was going... And not because of any personal fan connection I have to the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but because it's like we're seeing a pulse on the franchise now. Doesn't mean it won't still flatline, but something is happening. Something is happening. Something buzzworthy. Something to talk about. There's potential. And the drama is gonna be guaranteed.
Talk to him if I want.
You, Dakota. You can talk to whoever you want. Just you.
Yeah, go talk shit on your podcast, Chase.
Don't make fun of my podcast.
Now, I also think this is great marketing for ABC, Hulu, Disney, The Bachelor, and The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Cause it just so happens that we have a new season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives coming out in November, which will now also have more buzz. And then, who knows when this season will air? I'm sure we'll find out officially very soon, but will this replace the Bachelor time slot coming up in January? Or will it air in its usual spot in the early summer? The Call Her Daddy podcast did seem to indicate that this announcement has come instead of a Bachelor announcement that was expected.
I think people are going to be so shocked and surprised for multiple reasons. First being that this was supposed to be the season of The Bachelor. Like, there is supposed to be a man that's sitting there right now that I'm announcing, and instead, it's you. I am so excited to watch the season of The Bachelorette. I am so happy. Sorry if anyone was looking forward to it. I'm happy it's not a guy.
Also, it's around this time that The Bachelor needs to be announced and then usually begins filming. So by that logic, I'm guessing we'll be seeing a January Bachelorette. Or whatever the case, this will take up The Bachelor's regular spot. I might be completely wrong on this and we'll get a different announcement shortly, but it would be pretty underwhelming to also announce a new Bachelor right after this and then immediately go into filming and then rush into Taylor's season. Like, if they wanted to do this season next summer or in May or something, why not announce it after or even right before The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 3 in November? No, you have to announce it now because if they start filming soon, leaks from people seeing her and the crew filming intro packages and group dates will no doubt start flooding the internet and the cat will be out of the bag. So they announce it now. And I, for one, am ready for a wild ride. I mean, the announcement is only a few hours fresh, and there's already a whole lot of speculation and talk about what's going on. Because apparently Taylor had this soft launch for a guy recently, but that's gotta be over. Now, Taylor does talk about it during the Call Her Daddy announcement, saying there were no labels there, and nothing official. She even told him about The Bachelorette, where he said, "Cool, good luck, I hope you find someone. If you don't, maybe I'll be here after the show's done."
I was like, would you ever do it? The next time he came, I was like, would you ever do that? Come on in. He's like, I don't really want to date on like reality TV. Like, he's just like a good soul. And for me, all my friends were like, green flag.
Okay, I can't help but be like, why do I want him to like come halfway through and crash the season and show up?
Y'all, we're already talking about people crashing the season and it's not even started filming yet. So now the wheels are turning in my head. Are we going to see people from Mom Talk or The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives as contestants? Are there going to be other high-profile people as contestants? Will ABC crack down to ensure it's only lesser knowns? Will her on and off again man and dad to her son ever Dakota come on? Well, apparently not, as the two are officially off, which we'll learn more about in the next season of Secret Lives. Oh, and of course, how could I forget, what percentage of the cast will be Mormon?
So, confirming, does he need to be Mormon?
No.
Have you told your family that?
Yes, I preferably not.
Okay.
I mean, I'd be open to Mormons. I'm obviously, because I'm Mormon, but like, he doesn't have to be.
But another thing that I think is a good sign for the franchise as a whole is that ABC obviously dished out the money to do this. I've seen far too many articles or postings about behind the scenes big names, at least in terms of reality TV, being passed on or moving on from potentially being the lead cause the show wouldn't budge on the contract. I imagine Taylor's going to be getting quite a bit more than Grant or Jen got, and likely her leash on what she can and can't do is going to be far greater than many of the other recent leads. And that might mean other potential future leads will go, hey, if she can get that, so can I. And this is a conversation I've been having on the channel for a while now. It might finally start to happen, with the show taking care of its leads. Because the drama is going to come regardless, certainly with Taylor, Frankie, Paul.
And he's saying, thank you for letting me crash at your house, and he came over that night to my house and spent the night and f***ed me.
You're so strong.
But if you take care of the lead, more people will want to be the lead. So yes, there's controversy here, multiple controversies tied to Taylor, Frankie, Paul, and all the Mom Talk drama, but I guess that's nothing new for this franchise. And Taylor finishes off the Call Her Daddy podcast saying this.
If you don't know me, maybe just like a fair shot at maybe what you've heard about me, you've seen, maybe, yeah, just a fair shot as anyone else. And I am learning as anyone else, and I've more self-aware.
But whatever your thoughts, this is certainly going to put eyes on the franchise, which might then bring us more exciting seasons to come, which I have been craving. No offense, but with a few exceptions, we've had a lot of duds in the past few years. And, to put on my conspiracy cap, it might all be thanks to this man. Yes, roaming the background of the Secret Mormon lives like some found footage of Bigfoot, it's Hakeem from Gen Season, the overreact king who responded to the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives trailer like this, and more recently went on Bachelor in Paradise and immediately got eliminated for overreacting like this.
How was your relationship with your parents? You a baddie? You're hot? Got nice hair?
It just sucks, bro. Like, what the
You truly are crushing it. You're doing great. You're doing everything right.
I don't even know her like that yet. Like, why, bro?
What's your love language? We'll all work out.
Hello, hallelujah.
But crash out or not, this man has connected these two shows, which yes, are all owned by Disney, but it's him. He's the one who started the butterfly effect that led to all of this. If this franchise really comes back, this just might be the man who saved it all. Get him hosting a group date ASAP. Ultimately though, the last thing I want to say is, what's going on with the influx of Mormons on reality TV? I mean, Secret Lives, Latia on The Bachelor, that virgin dating show Are You My First? It's like 2025, and now 2026 apparently is the year of...